student affairs, CPO, CATS, and everyone that helped for making the 5th annual Narcan Training event possible in honor of my late brother, Steven Robert Van Cott. Of course, I want to thank my group, Play It Forward, our think tank, Kurt Hall, our new vice president, Taylor Solomon, Chloe Fisher Galasso, Aisha Zamzam, Ishra Kura, Lydia Weiser, and Serena Harris. Last but not least, Hope House Ministries and Kurt Hall. Thank you, Kurt, for bringing the brothers, as you would say, currently in recovery at Hope House. Under the beautiful supervision of Father Francis Pissarelli, otherwise famously known as Father Frank, who, by the way, is going to be a guest on our May 26th show. And and all of the men that stood up and handed out the Narcan kits, please stand up again, because you all deserve a big round of applause for your courage, strength, and dedication to your recovery. God bless you guys. I wish my brother could have made it to Hope House. He too was saved by Narcan several times, and even once when it was the old way with the big needle. Losing someone you love like this to something like this is the hardest thing. My brother was an amazing and smart person with a kind heart and would give you the shirt off his back. It breaks my heart to stand here before you to tell this story, but I hope you remember it because it can happen to anyone. I would like to read the last passage of the eulogy I gave at my brother's service, which was at Hope House and officiated beautifully by Father Frank. When you leave here today, please realize this disease is just that and should be treated as a health problem and not a criminal one. When you leave here today, please have more compassion for those suffering from this disease. When you leave here today, please reach out to them and offer your support without judgment. When you leave here today, please leave hoping to erase this stigma. When you leave here today, please remember my brother for his beautiful character and heart. When you leave here today, please remember Steve and those suffering from this disease never chose this path. When you leave here today, please go with a new attitude and compassion for what I hope will never happen to your family. When you leave here today, please be more open-minded and kinder. When you leave here today, please think of this problem my family endured and agonizingly suffered through as all of our problems. When you leave here today, please don't hesitate to think that the person on line in front of you at the grocery store is agonizing in pain because their son or daughter has relapsed 10 times already. When you leave here today, please go with loving compassion for everyone suffering in silence and shame. When you leave here today, please help erase and eradicate the silence, stigma, and shame. When you leave here today, please remember that this can happen to anyone you love. So we need to look out for one another more so that it does not continue to happen. If families embrace this knowledge, and remember it is not shameful, we all can do so much. With a more compassionate mindset, and most importantly, not letting the stigma hold us back, we can break this cycle. You all did that today. So now you give yourselves a big round of applause. Thank you so much for getting Narcan trained. I hope you never have to use it, but you will have it, and you will have the ability to save a life and know what to do. I ask all of you to remain if you can. I'm going to play a brief song that is in my brother's honor. Please pay attention to the lyrics. They're on the screen because I feel it could be written for anyone struggling in life. Thank you all so much for coming today.